All right, greetings and welcome. We are going to play a little bit of Magic Realm since that seemed to go over pretty well. We're doing the sprint format again. So if you saw the 3-man sprint, this is a 4-man sprint. Um, and so if you've not seen the sprint, then it's the quest cards. We're just using the quest cards as normal, except the scoring we're doing the same as solo scoring, which means that characters are not competing for prowess, gold, great treasures, and spells. Instead, they can all score those based on those requirements. And I'm pointing to the screen as though you can see what I'm pointing at. And these, you still can't see it. So anyway, where's my mouse cursor? I can't see my mouse. There, these right here. Ah, I can't do it. Okay, anyway. So we're scoring our points like this. So 20 prowess gets you a point, 42 points, 30 gold. This includes the starting 10. And 70 gold total gets you 2 points. Lost equipment counts against this total. Great treasures, 1 per point, up to 2, of course. And then spells 1, 2, and 3 get you the score. We are playing to make it more interesting. We are playing with all custom characters today. So the satyr comes in first. He's player 1. We're going to use the gold since he's gold magic. We're going to use the gold magician. And the satyr cannot ride horses. He's gigantic, that's why. Can't ride horses. He rolls 1 die instead of 2 for search, meeting, and hide rolls in the woods. And we're going to effectively give him the same as the woods girl, which means we're counting woods terrain as any terrain that's not a mountain or a cave, a ruin, or a valley. In other words, wilderness terrain. And he can walk the woods every 7th day. Very powerful every 7th day, if I remember. We've drawn quest cards. He has locate the large campfire, locate the altar, and spellmaster, which he redrew and drew for that. So we started at the ghosts, and you can see sort of here is his spellmaster, and then everything else he has to find on the board. The Saracen is back. I enjoyed him last time, so we did him this time. We make him the Black Knight, since that sort of makes a little bit of sense. He's a pillager. He has extra search phase. He also has a horse, which gives him an extra move phase. So he has 6 phases a day if used correctly. His quests are Giant Slayer, Monster Lure, and the Challenge. All great quests. For the Challenge, he drew a Lancer. That's a little bit rough, by the way. It's a little bit rough, since the Lancer has a horse. Having said that, we'll see if we end up going there. Where the heck is this Lancer? The Lancer's all the way up here at the Order, which isn't, I mean, it's not so far away. It's through the Borderlands, and you're going to go through some caves, but you can make it there. Our third character is the Red Knight, who is represented by the Berserker, red for red. We have a Sword Orc companion, done, and then Superior Swordsman. When all the maneuver speeds of the target you're attacking are greater than 4, you can shift your attack before battle resolution. So in other words, this greatsword becomes way more useful against big things, because when he's fighting something like, let's take a quick look, the Giant or the Tremendous Dragon. I mean, those are most of it ogres, but that's not a huge deal. So anything with a 5 move or worse, 5 or 6, right? Because it says greater than 4. When the maneuver speeds of all the targets you're attacking are greater than 4. I'm not sure exactly why that's there, but it was. And hit, you can shift your thing. So you can shift your attack. So he could be playing this T5 and still essentially auto-intercept a giant or the tremendous armored dragon. So very powerful ability on the things that he's going to fight typically. Main issue is a lot of the other things on the board, in fact, a lot of things on the board, um, there's really only a couple things on the board that are that big and slow. Giants being one, tremendous dragons being another. That's it. Some of these guys will flip over, like goblins will flip over to a 5 and so on. So we'll see, but it's a good power. And he's got a buddy to start with, also a great power. And this guy's actually not terrible, except that he dies in a heartbeat because his maneuver is only a 6. Like, he is slow. And so we have to be very careful with him or else we're going to lose him early. The last character, player 4, is the Enchantress. The Enchantress is the mistress of gray magic, so we made her the gray token here. She is a source of gray magic, so huge deal, and no spell X requirement, meaning she can just enchant without an extra wasted phase. The spells we took for her are Warpwood, Summon Animal, and Prophecy. So Warpwood, just because when it wins, it's a niche spell, but when it hits, it is a really good niche. Anything with bows or anything with spears gets turned over to the crappier side. So the non-attacking side. She could literally walk into a group of, say, spear goblins, cast Warpwood, and stab them to death slowly because she can cast Warpwood, all their bows disintegrate, and then she can just have her way with the enemies. Same thing with certain of these characters. Some of the characters with spears, though, don't suffer that problem. They attack on either side. So we'll just have to be aware of that and sort of check beforehand. Like the pikemen don't not attack and so on. I mean, we'll just have to be aware of that and make sure that we understand who is going to be impacted or not. We're not going to charge into we're not going to charge into a group of the company or the Lancers. However, the Woods folk would fall in a heartbeat. The goblins, these spear goblins, die instantly and so on. Not die, but you know what I mean. Prophecy. So we are using optional rules. I like some of these optional rules in that the spell is permanent and can be energized. So she's going to head to mountains and caves. She's going to enchant the mountains and caves. And then she's going to have her prophecy go off and not going to write her move. It's probably a little bit overpowered with this optional. We'll see. We haven't tested it, so we'll see if it works. Finally, summon animal in case she gets in a jam or needs to actually do some damage she can generate. Remember that we're using powerful summons. And what that means is that the summons, as soon as they come on the board, act like they lured that round and take someone off the board, your card, before attacks are resolved. Second thing is, when you roll something, a 3, she can pick 3, 4, 5, or 6. So she actually gets a choice of all of those. That makes this summon animal actually a good utility because she can fly or walk the woods on a 4 or a 3. So something to think about. So those were our 4 characters. She has Danger Sense, Diplomat, and Rescue. So we shall see. So it's time to write day 1. We're going to write the satyr first. The satyr's alone up here. And by the way, we did draw 3 events, and the events are Broken Wagon, Spider Bounty, and Wolf Bounty. The Broken Wagon is the outlier. It is literally sitting 2 clearings away from our 3 characters. Done. So first, before I decide what the hell to do with that little mess, we're going to go with the satyr and see what the heck he's going to do. So I think that the first thing I would like to try to do is I'm going to make my way to the Spellmaster here. And I'm going to do so and stop in the Maple Woods to see if I can happen to overturn the large campfire. Just luck. Sheer luck. 1 out of 5 chance. We'll see. And so I think we're going to hide and go 1, 2, 3, 2, clearing 6. Oops, I didn't set up. Darn it. I did not set up. Sorry about this. Did not set up. So we're going to hide and then move, move, move. And we're going to end up in what? Ledges 6? Yeah, ledges 6, I believe. And that is the first move. And now I got to do this for everybody, set up their cameras. So the other 3 characters do have a little bit of a choice to make. And that choice is going to be, do you rush for the wagon? Now, the problem is you're in a 3-way race to the wagon. So only one of the 3 characters sort of wins that. And there's no guarantee that you don't get there and have to be sent away anyway. So now you have to at least touch the wagon. Like, so 50% when you hit the wagon, when we roll on it, 50% of the things are repairs. And repairs mean you have to go somewhere else to woods, which are real close, by the way. Grab some wood, then come back to do repair phases. You have to go to the wagon first to know that it's broken to be able to go get the wood. So, for instance, you could not hang back, wait for someone else to pop this, get the repairs, while you're waiting in the woods to swoop in and grab the wood and come into the wagon. So if he gets there first and she's sitting here, he's the only one that can go back and get wood until she comes and at least stops by the wagon to see what's going on. So what is the Saracen going to do? So the Saracen is pretty powerful by himself. He took Nudge, by the way, so every 7th day we're going to cast this to get effectively a minus or +1 to a die roll. Is he going to make the run to the wagon? He has literally a 1/3 chance of getting there first. And I'm going to say if it's a fight, only the first person that got there gets the point. So if it's ogres, right? Okay, so you're blocked by the ogres. The other 2 characters plow in there. Only the first guy that got there, if the ogres are killed, frees the wagon. That's just it. You don't share those victory points. So I'm gonna say, because his move doesn't help him. Like if this was 6 away or something, his move would help him, but it doesn't. So what I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna say that he is going to hang back and we'll perform a trade. I think I'm gonna. I'll tell you what. We'll cheese it. On a 1, 2, or 3, he's going to go for the wagon. 1. So we'll go for the wagon. So we will make the run for the wagon. And it really comes down to, so what I'm going to do is I am going to hide just in case there are monsters of the wagon. I am going to trade. I am going to extra move and then move to the wagon. So that's 3 of my moves. I am going to, oops, yeah. 3 of my moves. Let's not trade. I'll tell you what instead we'll do. We will hide once just in case. Well, how about this? Can we beat these guys? 2 bash card. That's the tough one. A 5 is the rough one. Everything else is an easier gig. So we hide, we extra move, and then we move to the wagon. We see that the wagon is busted, or we're blocked. If we see the wagon is broken, we're going to want to move back into the woods. We still can't quite. It still doesn't matter. We're still not going to make it. And then we would execute the quest phase to grab the wood. And I was thinking, if you could somehow do that in one turn and get back, then that does give you an advantage because everybody else would have to execute that move tomorrow anyway. So anyway, I think we're being at this point we're being a little clever, and I don't know that it's going to work out for us. But let's pretend that works out. We're going to move in, see the wagon's broken, touch back out to the woods, do the quest phase, and we'll have collected the wood already. I don't know that actually gives us much of an advantage. So next is the Red Knight, and the Red Knight, I think, so against 2 ogres, I think the Red Knight kills 2 ogres in a heartbeat. Against the Bashkars, that is dicier because simply because they have horses. I think he would do better with a companion. Let's give him a 1 in 2 chance of going for the wagon, and he gets a 6. So I'm actually going to, because he's also friendly with the rogues. So I will hide. I will trade once and then hire twice. And that's what I'm going to do. And then finally, the Enchantress. Again, 50-50 to go for that wagon. No, she's not going to. Huh, interesting. Okay, so what is she going to... Well, no, she's going to go, and I'll tell you why. Because this is a purple tile, so that's part of her strategy anyway. So she is going to hide 2 times, and then move and move. Or she will hide 1 time, move twice to the wagon, perform an enchant phase. Now, for her, enchanting is almost stupid because she is gray magic. So it's free, almost. She just needs to burn the phase. So there you go. That's day 1. So we have our moves written. Let's get this show on the road here. What is the first day's monster? The first day's monster are giants and trolls. Oh, let's set this to random order. Done. And the Saracen is first. So he is going to hide, I believe. And he does. Does he hide? He hides, right? Yeah, he hides, does his move. He hides, he charges into here. So, boom, he does his move. Now we're going to roll because he's the first guy to show up. And what is it? It's, oh, crap. Okay, well, there you go. That's a thing. It's abandoned. So he sees that it's abandoned. Unfortunately, he's already decided to move out and perform a quest phase. So that, you got me there. I played the stats and blew it. 50% is the wagon needs repairs. So what do we got? We got bones, and we have a statue. Bones M, because remember that the Deep Woods is mountain, is a giant. And so we're going to get a giant on the board. First move on the first turn, a giant pops on the board. I do love this game. Interesting. So that's an interesting question about fighting or not fighting. The Red Knight is next. And the Red Knight is going to hide here just in case someone shows up that he doesn't like. He fails, though. He will trade once with the rogue. So what the heck do the rogues have for him today? Ancient Telescope, Shoes of Stealth. Neither of which is that exciting. Let's roll for the Ancient Telescope, I suppose. So it's $7 bucks. What's the chance he gets it? 21 bucks worth of, or was it 21? No, I might have misread that. No, it was 15 bucks. He's not going to get it. So he's done there. He will hire twice, though. Remember both the Rogue. So Rogue 6 is $1. Rogue 7's actually out doing the fan club. So price times 2. So for $2, he starts with 10. So for $2, he's going to hire Rogue 6. And we'll run one more phase just to see what the price is. $3, he could have another Rogue, and he's going to do it. So for 3 more bucks, he has Rogue 6 and Rogue 5. Rogue 6 and Rogue 5 both join up with the Red Knight. I like both these guys. I like these guys. I have a deep appreciation for those starting rogues. They actually can win a lot more fights than you think. This guy's great because of his move 2 time. This guy sucks a little bit because he's a little slow. But that M3 is a good killer. It's a good heavy killer. And it's good against the goblins too, in the right circumstances. So he is done, and he's hired 2 guys, and he's ready to get moving. And, I mean, he has a big game target if he wants it. Something to think about. The satyr is going, and what's the satyr going to do? The satyr is going to hide and then move to the ledges. So he's going to end up here in ledges 6, and he hopes he ends up hidden, and he does. And what is ledges 6? Spiders and, the pool. Intriguing. Okay. Nothing shows up, by the way. So we'll have to see if we stick around. The pool could get some treasures out of it. Could get some treasure, but I don't know. Can he sell to the order? He's just friendly with the woodfolk. He's neutral to the order. He could probably sell to them. All right, and the enchantress. So the enchantress is going to try to. So she's going to hide. If she doesn't hide, she's going to get stuck at the giant. She does hide, so she goes 1, 2. Does an enchant phase. And again, it costs her nothing but the phase, which is really weirdly disgusting. She flips that guy. Now she has purple magic in the whole thing. And, smoke? Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, there you go. This is an interesting day 1, if nothing else. So the Lost Castle's going to pop. So smoke is dragons. Oops, hold on. So we got Slither. Did I just pull one of these? There we go. Okay. Slither 6, more dragons. Patter 2, spiders. The Horde in 6. Ooh, more dragons. Holy crap. And Howl. And Howl. So we're going to get bats. We're going to get bats. A lot of bats, potentially. We're going to get a lot of dragons. In fact, hell, if you roll a 1, this place goes to shit. That's awesome. Good to note. So we got a couple things. First thing is, the enchantress is going to cast, with purple magic, prophecy. Bam. She does not have to write her move ahead of time if she starts her day in purple. Perfect, because now she knows what's going the hell on. This is going to make her very powerful. So we'll see. Again, maybe we just take that away. But again, it's overpowered for the enchantress, not for everyone else in the game. But I think it's a beautiful thing for the enchantress to do. Is the Saracen going to attack the giant? So let's take a look at this fight. So remember, he's hidden. So he has to worry about nothing as far as that goes. He does have to play a medium fight chit. He does have to have this alerted, so it does star damage, because then he does medium star, which medium, heavy, tremendous. So perfect. So this should be an auto kill for him. So he is going to, again, target the giant. The giant is unaware of him. He's going to ready his weapon as his action this round, because nothing's on his sheet. He's going to play a medium fight chit. He is going to, on his alerted weapon, the giant is going to move today, even though he's going to line up. So we're going to do medium star damage. That is tremendous. The giant is unarmored, and he is killed. And the Saracen scores the first kill of the game on day 1. 8 prowess. 8 prowess. And, oh my. Hold on. He has Giant Slayer. So he lucked out. Now, if he was, if the board was a little more opened up and we were a little smarter, we'd have walked off of there, done monster lore with the giant, and done that. Having said that, still a great first day here. So we get 1 point for cards for the Saracen, done. And he goes to 8 prowess. Not enough for a point yet, of course. Giant Slayer comes off of his sheet. And he will get another card immediately because he completed a quest. So let's see what that is. Pilgrimage. Now, this one's not terrible. End of phase in the clearings containing the chapel, altar, shrine, or monastery. This is good for him because he is mobile, for one thing. The chapel is not super far away from them. I mean, it's not a great location, but it's not super far away. It's better for the satyr. Yeah. So okay, we'll see what we got there. So he completes a thing. Do we have anything else going on? Oh, did anybody show up at the inn? No, those guys don't show up at the inn. I think we are done with the day. I think we are done with the day. So she does not have to write. I'll just put prophecy there. Keep in mind she also has danger sense, which means she can alert a spell instantly. This is a little dicey for her, but she has seen that the wagon is broken, so she can come out, do the quest phase at... Oh, it's not broken. I'm sorry. Oh, it's abandoned, right? So she can just do the things. All right. Let's start with the satyr, though. So the satyr is right there. He has to make a call. Do I go for the pull, or do I just move on? Really, whether you go for the pull or not depends on, do you think you can fight the octopus? Do you think you can fight the octopus? He probably can fight the octopus. And the reason he probably can fight the octopus is this dodge chit lets him dodge the octopus's initial attack, because the octopus's initial attack is a 4. So he can play a 4. He can play then any chit he wants, and the octopus has to line up with him. So he'll take maybe a light wound. Oh, by the way, I took Elven Grace for his spell. I thought that was an interesting possibility. And he will, by the way, I'm sorry, flip 2 of these. Yes, flip 2 of those, by the way, to begin the game. Because it turns all of his heavy move chits, which are all of them, into time 3s. And that, strangely enough, wins him a bunch of combats. Because there's a bunch of combats that, as long as... Now, he cannot kill anything tremendous and armored. He can kill anything but the tremendous armored guys. And with a time 3 move, they all have to line up to hit him. and he is going to not necessarily beat their time. So that is potentially a problem, um, but he could match a lot of their times. So I definitely think that the octopus is a good fight for him. So for that reason, we are gonna, even if the octopus jumps him, so let's look. The only badness would be if the octopus and a spider jump him. That might be dangerous. So let's say he hides and searches 3 times. Let's give him that first. Okay? So the Saracen now knows what's up. So he's seen the wagon. So you have to hide going in there. You just have to hide going in. He's going to move back to the wagon. He has an extra search phase. And he can get 4 searches in. So if he goes first and does a locate, he's going to take that. The Red Knight, I think the Red Knight is going to bag that for the moment. I don't think this is I mean, mind you, he could rush in there in a heartbeat and maybe get lucky and grab that. But I'm not sure that's just not a bad scene. Let's make our way up through maybe the Borderlands, because we're gonna have to get to the house sooner or later anyway. So let's abandon this momentarily, even though, don't get me wrong, that horde is a huge deal and could be great, but it also could draw 3 dragons in a heartbeat too. So with 3 dragons, you better have, like, if 3 dragons show up there, would it be 3? Yeah, it'd be 4, and I'll tell you why. Because Smoke is going to draw the 2 flyers, the 2 little flyers. So on a roll of a 1, you're going to get 4 dragons in this hex. It just sounds bad. It smells bad to me. So does the Red Knight want to be part of that? Now, he has a little crew. He has a posse. Yeah, the posse. But the question is, would he fight those guys or not? Same thing with the bats. You're going to get 3 bats on a roll of a 6. The bats kill almost all his followers, like, instantaneously. The only thing that would be good is getting to that horde. Let's get out of dodge. Let's go 1, 2, 3. The worst that can show up, you could get bats. The imp could show up. Yeah, on a roll of 3, you're going to get 6, you're going to get bats. On a roll of 5, you're going to get the imp, and on a roll of 4, you get another giant. I'm actually not worried about the giant at all. I worry about the bats. Depending on the order, that could be bad. The imp, I don't. That's not a big deal either, because you can feed one of the NPCs to the imp. And while the imp's trying to beat on that dude, you kill him. So let's go straight in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna bet on not a 1 or not a 6. I'm gonna bet on not a 6. So we're gonna move, and we're gonna end up in deep woods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep woods, 5. Done. And the enchantress is like, yeah, whatever. I don't write my moves anymore. So, so there you go. Done. It's day 2. Let's get day 2 rolling here. Let's get a monster roll, and this is going to determine what the heck the enchantress does, actually. It's a 2, so it's serpents and demons. The Saracen is first, so he comes charging in. He does hide. Oh, no, wrong guy. He does hide, by the way. So he hides first. He fails. So he is not hidden. Moves into the wagon with his extra move. He searches 4 times. If he gets a 4 or a 1, he finds the treasure and the evidence. 4. First roll, he's got it. He's got the evidence. So we're going to grab a small treasure out of the pile. If you've not seen any of these before, typically you would not have. We allow duplicate treasures if we get them because there's no good way to. We don't have the deck that we used to populate the board. So the small treasure is the dragon essence. Ugh, okay. Purple magic in every clearing. It's a great treasure. It's purple magic in every clearing. Doesn't matter if it's inactive or not. It is going. Summons monsters the same as a smoke chit. So on a 1, monsters proud of this guy. Dragons. Dragons love him. But he does find it. That's his thing. And he has evidence. But he has to get to the guard. But he has to go to the guard for VP. So where are the guard? Hoi! There! Miles away. It's not terrible, but man, he is a mile away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this card and I'm going to shrink it down to about that size. And that will indicate to me that that's his evidence. But now that's it. The wagon is done for everybody else. Now, we also draw Slither 6. And what is Slither going to be? It's going to be these 2 serpents. And they're going to appear up here. Done. Now it's the Enchantress. So, interesting question. What does she do? She could. It almost sucks to now have this move. So she could sit there, knowing she's going to lure the serpents to the unhidden Saracen. That seems a bit clunky to do. You know, can she do anything with that? Can she do anything with that? I mean, she could summon. She could summon. She otherwise is not killing any of these serpents because they are heavy and armored. What do her summons possibly do? She would have to roll a 3, 2, or a 1 to get something that's going to kill a serpent. Doable, but not super, super likely. Otherwise, she's just causing trouble for the Saracen and getting him in a mess there a bit. I mean, it'd be great to go to here, and they're gonna prowl to her no matter where she ends up. So she sort of has to figure it out. So where are we going? She has Danger Sense, Rescue, Diplomat, Goblins. She is not going to kill. She's probably not going to kill those serpents by herself. You might get a kill if they're there. She might be able to open up the horde. She does want to get to some caves because she does want to meet up with some goblins or the ruins. And the statue, does the statue give her any? Because she's only type 2. So there's not a lot of sites that she's all in with either. So, well, I'm going to say in an attempt to open up the hoard. She is going to hide. She does. That's one. She's going to go 2 to there. She's going to search for 3. She needs a 3, 2, or a 1 to find that. And she does. So she has 3, 6 enchanted on the cliff. But for her last phase, she is going to move back. This is a dick move on her part, by the way. That's going to draw these guys to this clearing. And then she is done. Red Knight is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing appears, and he is done. And then our guy here is going to hide. Our satyr is going to hide. He does, so he's hidden. He searches 3 times. He's looking for a 4 or a 1 to find the pool. That looked good for 1 brief second. That's 1 roll out of 4, 3, I should say. 2 rolls out of 3. There it is. So he does find the pool at the last moment. But the sun is setting, and he is done. So he's located the pool. We have another combat down here. The Saracen is indeed trapped. Now, he could run away. He could totally just run. And he might, and just leave her there. But he could just run. So the question is, how is this battle going to go? Saracen has no buddies. So I think he's going to, I think he is. I think he's going to just get out of Dodge. And the reason is, without the, there are optional rules where this is true. If you have a horse, you have to play at the move. He does not have to do that. He can just play his L2. So he's going to play the L2. He's going to get out of the clearing. And we're going to pop that there. Could he kill these guys? Yes, he could. But, but because the scimitar is a time 4 on its good side, it is in no way a done deal. Against 1 serpent, he goes for it. Against 2 serpents, he's going to get out of Dodge and leave her to her own devices there. He's got to run this way because he just entered the clearing on that day. So we are done here. That was day 2. Broken Wagon goes away, and we are ready to write day 3. So, Satyr again. He's going to hide. He is going to search, search, search. So he'll draw 3 times. He is done. The Saracen. Well, so the interesting thing, man, if you could get down to here, this guy is a beast. Now, I would not necessarily put him against, well, I think I would actually put him against these guys, if I'm to be honest. If you can get down to them, if you could hire 3 of these guys, unfortunately it's 2, 2, and 4 gold. He's not quite have the gold to do that. What about the dragon essence? How much is that? $3. Nah, forget it. Oh, and by the way, the Saracen does get 1 treasure. So he actually has 2 points now. That is a great treasure. So a winner so far. Oh, and he doesn't, well, but he doesn't have the card. Ah, geez, okay. So he doesn't actually have the card point. So that's intriguing because though he's found the evidence, he's not returned to the guard. So a little lame. So let me readjust. There you go. So let me adjust. So getting to the guardhouse is a goal. That's a rough haul. That is a long, long haul, though, sir. To get to the guardhouse, you're effectively trying to get here, which means you're trying to get probably to here. So you're running through the deep woods. So let's do that. His first move is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Let's just get him to 4. So let's move him and then hide and then move, extra move to Deep Woods 4. And that leaves him with one real, an extra search phase. Can he use that extra search phase anywhere? He could. I'm going to use it when we're at 6. So after his second move. So this move puts him in 6. He's going to extra search in case he finds that path. He's still going to move to 4, though. And then he's going to finish out 1, 2, 3. So he's in Deep Woods 4 now. So 1, 2, 3. Or he can get to Deep Woods 5, I believe. So 1, 2, 3. And he is done. Those 2 extra moves are huge. Big, big, big. Red Knight still chugging along. 1, 2, 3. We're going to hide and end up in Borderland 2. So hide, move, BL 2. Done. And finally, the Enchantress does not have to write her move. So she is going to gauge what she does based on. She's going to gauge what she does based on what exists up there. She's probably going to try to get to the Horde, is my guess. So day 3 it is. Make the roll here. 6 bats. Ooh, that makes her life a little rougher. Just to think about that now. Red Knight is first, and the Red Knight is going to plow out of there. 1, 2, 3. He's going to be hidden, we hope. And he is. So he is hidden. He has a small entourage. Bones again. So we got Trolls and the Lost City appears here. So a lot of big stuff, like right close to the inn and the beginning. Flutter 1's going to suck. That's going to draw bats. Roar 6 should be nothing. Vault in 3. Interesting. Roar in 4. And the Shrine in 4. So I think Flutter 1's the only thing that draws. Oops, there's no camera 5? Oh my god, what have I been doing here? There we go. Next thing you're going to tell me there's no camera 6. Oh my gosh, okay. So we do get a bat in clearing 1. Done. And that's it. That's him. He is done. The Satyr is going to hide once. He does. Now he loots the pool 3 times, and nothing's going to show up. So let's loot this pool. Remember, every time he pulls something out of the pool, he's got to fatigue an asterisk. He gets the 5th card in the deck. He gets the Deft Gloves, which he can carry and use, even though they're light. He's not going to wield his weapon with them. And he has Fatigue a Chit. So he's going to fatigue this move. And then he's going to loot a second time with a single die. A 4. And that gives him the Ointment of Steel, so that's armor for him. He has to fatigue again. He's going to fatigue this fight. And last but not least, one more draw. Let's do it. Oh, a 5. That's lame. Okay. I was hoping for like a 1 or something. 5. The Cloak of Mist extra hide phase. That is golden. Nothing wrong with that treasure at all. In fact, I like both those. Roll 1 die for loot is ultra powerful, and then Cloak of Mist. And he has to fatigue a third chit. And so what is that third chit going to be? That third chit is going to be this move 4, because his other move 4 is frankly better. Nothing appears, and so we are done with his move. I thought that's a good turn for him. Enchantress. Okay, so. So here's the thing. We're going to have 5 bats in this tile. In 1 second, 5 bats are going to appear. That makes rolls of 1, 2, or 6 very dangerous for the Enchantress. However, she is a very good runner. She's very good at running. Let's make sure that we are saying that correctly. Yes, her move 2 is going to allow her to flee from the entire board, except for these 2 guys, the octopus and the imp. So if these bats appear, she's out. If these serpents appear, she's out. Dragons, out. So I think we're good to go. Now, she can get into quite a bit of a mess, for sure. So it might not be worth it. It might be a bad idea for her to continue on this path. And nothing can draw goblins. Howls are here. They can't draw goblins. What do we do? What do we do? Do we continue in, even though, again, that you are really, really, really getting dicey. She has the ability to get around all of this if she needs to. So I think we're going to go for it. So she's going to move. Now she knows what can appear and where. These guys are going to appear right here. Not on her, right here. So she's going to walk there. That's 1. For her second phase, she's going to search. She needs a 3, 2, or 1. That's a fail. For her... Oh, no, wait. Hold on. Does she have that already? Time out. Hold on. She has this already done. So she walks 1, 2, 3. She's going to search for the horde on her 4th move. She needs a 4 or a 1. She fails. Bats appear. We go in order of numbers. So the 2 bats appear here and the 3 bats appear here, making it even less likely that anyone's going to come in there. She is done for the day. And the Saracen is going to go, and I think he goes 1, 2, searches here, and then ends up here. So let's see what his search looks like. 3, 2, or 1. He fails. I think he ends up in 5. So it's 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, 4 moves. I think he hides once. Yeah, he hides once, searches once, which he failed. The hide is successful, and he is done there. And nothing appears because it has to be, bones, but everything's gone. Like, we would have drawn bats, but all the bats have been ripped off the appearance chart onto the board. And so that is our day there. Very interesting. Okay. So the satyr is going to extra hide for sure. I said we rest 2 times, search once, because that will at least bring back one of his chits there. Done. That's going to be his day. The second character, the Saracen, is going to go 1, 2. So where are we trying to get to here? We're trying to get to Shrine or the Altar. We could lure a monster, but right now it's all bats. Ugh. Not a big fan, by the way. Not a big fan. He can dodge the bats, but it's not a good scene for him. Still. The challenges with the Lancers. 1, 2. This has become rough up here. He also has Pilgrim. So we do want to get to the order. We would like to get to the statue. If he can get to 2 of those, he does get some points. So 1, 2, 3. This place could become a hotbed of trolls. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's assume. So we're going to hide. We're going to extra move, 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 and that's BL3. And that's all the moves, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us there. Let's assume that that's where we're going to end up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to extra search because we might as well extra search. Done. Now, could we fight that bat? You could fight the bat, and you could kill the bat. But man, I don't know that that's. Ugh. And that's what I would use monster lore for, is to get that back, because it's one clearing of monsters. If you had a buddy. Oh, wait. I tell you what we are going to do. I think we can do this that night. Yeah. We are going to use monster lore right now to drag these guys in. So that evening we drag the bats in. And the reason is because we've got this horse, and if we, as long as we play this horse as our move, that bat is just not going to harm us. So done. So we'll play the horse as our move. We will play. It barely matters. Now, mind you, we can't auto hit this thing at all. But we can do that. We sort of can if if it flips, we're time 4 anyway. So we're looking for a 1 or a 4. 4. So it's going to line up. That bat is going to flip. So he flips over. Weapon length goes first on round 1, and we have a 4 versus his. We have a 4 weapon length versus his 0. We do medium star damage. That's heavy. We're going to kill that bat. Round 1 with no ado. Much ado about nothing. We kill him. We're going to take the 3 prowess, but we also get monster lore. And that's a card. Oh no, I'm sorry, Giant Slayer, done. So we did get, I'm sorry. Geez, I am failing already. And that might give us a little bit of a new lease on a move here. We get treasure cache in the Lost Castle. Ugh, that could be a loser. That Lost Castle's a mess. Have you seen the Lost Castle? Nonetheless, that's another point, and we are done with our day. That's day 3, right? Yeah, that would be day 3. Okay. Day 4, we're going to move into the Borderlands and search. Done. For day 4 for this guy, well, I say he's going to hide, move to the vault, search 2 times. Done. And she does not have to write her move because she has prophecy. Okay. Day 4 it is. Oh, we got the 1. Ooh, everybody's gonna be hurt with a 1. Saracen is first. Keep in mind he is carrying an essence. So if dragons can appear, they're gonna appear. And they're gonna come to him. He has a smoke chit on him. So that is super, super dangerous. Super dangerous. Okay, so let's figure it out. So he is going to hide, and he moves up into the Borderlands and does a search. So he hides. He moves all the way up here. Let's see if he's hidden. He is hidden, and he does a search for the vault just in case. And he finds it. So the Saracen has the vault found. He cannot open it, but he can find it. Now, let's see what the hell happens. So Bones draws nothing, but Smoke C? Yeah, Smoke C draws this dragon to us because we are a smoke chit. Done. What else draws? Well, we got Flutter C, which I don't think draws. No. Nope. Yes, it does. Holy crap. Flutter C also draws. This is going to be a mess. Holy crap, this is going to be a mess. Flutter C draws. Roar 4 and 6, C. Roar C draws. 4 is first. So Roar 4 draws. Roar 6 can't draw anymore. We are done. We have cleared everything but the Horde and the lair. Now nothing appears on. Oh no, we get 1 dragon on here. Now the nice thing is the Saracen can kill that dragon. I think he can do M star star, so he can do heavy damage to a dragon. That is not a terrible fight for him. The satyr is going to hide once. He's going to rest 2 times. He's going to drag that shit back. So let's see if he hides first. He does, so he's hidden. But he is going to search 1 time with 1 die. And I'm looking for a 1 or a 2 or a 3 because there's 3 big treasures in there. He gets a 2. So let's roll the big 2. And that is Garb of Speed. Oh, that's another winner. The asterisks determine the speed. So it pretty much knocks all of his chits down by 1, and he's going to have to fatigue that chit. So pretty much all of his chits are going to go down by about 1, except for the dog. So he's getting it. And nothing appears. I think, right? We are still good here. Yeah, we are still good here. Red Knight. He's going to hide, move into the vault, search 2 times. He hides. He moves in. First search finds nothing. The second search finds nothing. Every dragon in the world pops into this clearing. Ugh, which is a mess. That's a problem with being in a clearing with anyone else. The prophetess is going to hide. Now, has she found the horde? I do not believe she has found the horde. No. So she is going to hide. She fails. Okay. She's going to hide one more time. She succeeds. She's going to then search one time. She fails to locate anything. She's going to search a second time. She succeeds. So she finds the horde. However, this dragon, one of the only dragons left, does appear to figure out what the hell's going on in its lair. She's hidden, though. Now, she can still be blocked in the whole shebang, so it's not. So this combat has taken a turn. Let's take a quick look. There are no less than 4 dragons on the board. The main problem is all these dragons kill his guy here, and they hit his guy automatically. He can hold off 2 of these guys, so we're all hidden. So that's one good thing. I would argue that some quick negotiation would probably happen between these two. They'd be like hand signaling. You gonna go? Because I'm gonna go. You gonna go? Because if you go, I can go. I think the Red Knight can do this, but it's dicey. The Saracen makes it less dicey. For certain. So you want these guys to flip, because if those guys flip, they actually can't harm anybody. If they don't flip, well, so you have a slog. So I'm going to say that he's going to go for sure. Like, I think he goes in. Does the Saracen go in? Can he get something out of this aside from just clearing the thing? What can he do for this? Well, for one thing, he actually has a slight advantage on some of these guys too, because on their red sides, they're actually not able to get through the horse. So I tell you what we're going to do. So no one is targeted on round 1. On round 1, he's going to come on in. We're going to, does it matter? No, but we're going to ready the greatsword on round 1. So it's going to do T damage at a 5 speed. Done. Does the Saracen try to jump one of these guys? That's a great question. He can kill any of them with a heavy attack. They can indeed kill him. but he can match their attack speed. So the Saracen will ambush this guy. He'll ready his weapon. He will play this. That will do M star damage minus a star. Gives him an M star. Gives him a heavy. So that will kill. But this is round one. He needs a 1 or a 4 to get this done. The other two dragons and the head remain untargeted and not targeting anyone. So we are ready to go on round one. So on round one, we're just looking for lining up. 4. He lines the hell up. Does he flip or not? That was luck. I saw that die sit there. And he does flip. Doesn't matter. The Saracen lines up, doing heavy damage, kills the heavy dragon, and that's round one over here. Over here, we have an auto kill. But we'll roll through it anyway. Auto kill because he's going to undercut him. But also his special power, and he intercepts him, and his special power would have allowed him to switch this anyway because this guy is super slow. So he intercepts, and he kills the dragon on round one. Now that does mean that the weapons go unalerted, which will matter. So both weapons go unalerted. I would argue that. So who lures is the question. I'm going to say that the interesting. He's going to lure one. I'm going to say the Saracen does not want to lure anyone. And I'm going to say that our knight does not lure anyone either. So this guy will lure. And we have 3 of these sheets technically. So on the luring phase, who else lures? Well, I don't know that anybody's going to lure. I think we will deploy. We're going to deploy to the dragon sheet both of these characters. It doesn't matter where he ends up. And then that's it. So that's where we start. For their actions, he's going to ready his weapon, and he'll let the Saracen also ready his weapon for their actions, since no one's on their sheet. So he plays a medium fight so that he can do heavy damage. Oops. Whoa, hey. And he'll play on one of these. I would argue that our guy here is going to try to do... He wants to hit at a time 4, so it's a little dicier for him. Because he would like to hit at a time 4. And so he's going to go there. So, okay. He's going to protect his guy, effectively. So let's roll for the dragon. The dragon's the only one moving on this sheet. 6. So the dragon shifts down to the bottom. Does he flip or not? He does not flip. Everyone misses, and the red knight is going to have to fatigue a fight. Swinging that big sword that hard makes him tired. Here, everybody's going to move because everybody is 6. So he goes down to the bottom. Also, does he flip? That would be ideal. And he does. So now he does light damage, so he's not going to hurt that rogue at all. Now we're going to roll ones for both sides here. Obviously, the Saracen's move does not, his attack does not move. But the Goblin's does, and the Goblin shifts down 1. So that sucks because he overlaps. He also shifts down 1. So we all line up in the middle. The dragon lines up at the bottom. Everybody misses. Done. I think we're playing it about the same, frankly. So there you go. The red knight, we get a 5, so he goes down 1. He's going to miss again, and we're done. Oh, does he flip? That's important, because if he flips, he does not flip. And we're going to have to fatigue again. So we're going to fatigue there. Dragon first. 5 puts him down 1. So no matter what, he's going to get killed. Does the dragon... I don't know if he flips or not. Hold on. Let's try that again. He does not flip. Now we roll for both of our sides here. So he goes down to the bottom, and he goes down to the bottom. Well, that's fine, I suppose. So he's going to get the kill by doing his M star damage. So that is one for the Saracen gets a kill. So we'll put him here. So now, now we're going to take that guy off the hook, I think, a little bit. And we're going to put the Saracen will play over there. So that is his second round, and he had to fatigue again. So now we're here. And now it's pretty much which one of you two gets the kill more than anything else. So 4, he lines up directly. Does he flip? He does not flip. The red knight gets the kill. That's the battle. And he has to fatigue again, by the way. And he'll fatigue the T5 in that case. No, you know what he'll do? He's going to fatigue the H4 in this case and pull back an F5. Primarily because the T4 is better than the H4 typically. So, all right. The Saracen did not have to fatigue anything that fight. So he gets 2 kills. That's 15 points. He killed both of them, so he does get to multiply the points. So that is 15 prowess. That is 26 total for the Saracen. We didn't count his spider kill before either. So 26, and that's going to net him a single victory point. And bring him up to 4. Because 20 points is your first. That's the threshold. Over here, he gets 10. He gets 20 points just right off the bat because that second kill is multiplied, and he did indeed kill both of those guys. So that is going to give the red knight his first victory point also with 20 prowess. That is, by the way, the power of all of those guys is that they can soak attacks while you ready your weapon more than anything else. Being able to ready that weapon makes that work. And we've also made this tile's a lot safer. Now, don't get me wrong. A 4 brings every troll in the universe to this spot. But not bad. Is there anything else going on today? Her. Well, not going to do anything. She's good for now. So, and then so let's figure out. Let me turn the camera off here momentarily. So let's figure out what we would like to do with the satyr. So, excuse me. So he sort of living up here. And pretty much everything he's done so far has increased his abilities quite a bit, actually. And honestly, he should have gotten an extra search phase because he hid. So I'll turn that just for giggles into a rest phase instead and pull back another one of his chits and done. I think for him, we're going to go one more day. We're going to do 3 searches and get this done. And he will be done, I think, at that point. Unless it goes poorly, in which case, well, I mean, whatever. So the Saracen is minorly winded here. He has not found the vault. Has he found the vault? He did find the vault. I'm sorry. He found the vault, but he can't open the vault. That's the sucky part. So, we should have done big damn game. God damn it. Rescue was dicey because you didn't know all that stuff was going to appear, and then it appeared. So I can sort of see why that didn't happen. Big game, though, we really need to get. So I'll tell you what the red knight is going to do. He's going to cheese a little bit. He might even tell the Saracen that he's going to open the vault for him if he tells him where it is. But I don't know that they have that kind of relationship just yet. So the Saracen is going to pop big game and rescue right now. So you might say, well, okay, what? Choose a clearing with one group of monsters. You're going to pick the ghosts. So we're going to pick the ghosts, and then we're going to pick 1d6 plus 2. So 6 woodfolk. The top woodfolk is stuck here with those ghosts. So there we go. And he'll pick big game, and he'll pick medium, because he's allowed to do that also. So we got rescue, we have the woodfolk, and medium. And then our move is going to be, now I don't know that this is a great fight for him. On the light side, they don't do anything to him, though they're hard to hit. On the heavy side, they can kill some boys. But I do think because they're medium, they get diced by these dudes. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide 2 times. We're going to hide, move, and move into the valley to draw the ghosts. We're going to abandon the vault for now. Move up to draw the ghosts. The Saracen has found the vault, knowing he can't open it. What is his goal? His goal is to get that pilgrimage going. The Lost Castle is, man, I think it's a lost cause. But we can do the pilgrimage if we can get to the shrine. And we can do it. And we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide and move into the darkness. We can't. We can't. So, okay, we can do this. We can do this. So we're going to hide. We're going to use our extra move outside of the cave. And again, I have to look up see if that's actually really allowed in the rules. I actually allow it typically as long as you record your move outside of a cave. You're good as long as you because these guys cannot be activated outside. They just carry stuff and done. So then we're going to move him, and he's going to end up in Borderlands 4. So he moves to Borderlands 4, which is the shrine. Then he's going to use his extra search and done. So we'll go 1, 2, search. He's good. So he's actually pretty slick, even in the mess there. Although I'm not sure. It doesn't feel right because he's moving into a cave. That does not feel quite correctly. Let's see. Hold on. No, he can. Done. Character uses an extra move activity caused by a horse to enter a cave, but the horse is instantly deactivated when it arrives in the cave. Done. So that's it. So he can do exactly this move. So he is good. Okay. Um, I think all we have is her. What's her name? And she has to. So if she hides, I think we're gonna. Okay. So we'll worry about her in a minute. She's gonna hide and loot the horde because she can run from everything that can appear, and she can run this way if she has to, because she can enchant these tiles to work her way around to get out of here. So she's in a nice position where she can sort of cheese that if she needs to. So on day 5, let's roll a 6. So we got bats again. That's going to suck. It's going to draw all the bats in here. Ugh, okay, but such is life. And let's roll it. Satyr is first. And he rests once, so he's back to full, and then he's going to loot 3 times. So let's see if his loots draw things 3 times. We'll just do it right here. Ready? And 1. Yep, pulls the 3rd card. Toadstool Ring. 2. Pulls the 2nd card. Eye of the Moon. And 3. Does not draw anything, so he has to fatigue twice. Fatiguing twice, he'll fatigue one of these and one of these, and he is done. And I think, I mean, he can draw those last 3 cards. It's not super hard to do it. I just don't know that he's going to stay here that long. It's a lot of phases to sit around. The Red Knight is going to go 1, 2, but he's either hidden or not hidden. And let's roll it. And he is hidden. The ghosts and their captive do then appear on the Red Knight's space, and that was his goal, and so he is done. She's gonna hide. This is the big roll right here. She either gets a bunch of treasures out of there, and she does. Very nice. So she gets 3 more of these rolls. She is looting the horde. Horde has 9 treasures in it. She gets the 6th treasure in the deck. Oh my lord, the cloven hoof. Okay. I mean, okay. She gets the cloven hoof. That's 1. She now has to add 1 to these. 2, the 7th card in the deck. She gets the map of the Lost Castle. Third roll is the 5th card. Oh, whoa, that is Beautiful. I love it. That is a huge, huge deal. The magic wand. Okay, so first thing is first. Right now, the enchantress has 2 treasures to her name. 2 great treasures to her name. Is that going to... No, it's not going to stay around, probably. But she has 2 treasures to her name. The second thing is all these bats show up. So now there's 5 bats in this clearing along with the giant. So, I mean, she's obviously not going to stick around. She is hidden, so that's good. And she will decide to run out of here or not in a minute. The cloven hoof, a little problematic. Because it means tomorrow hiding is bad. Even though there's 6 treasures left, it just means that hiding is going to be a mess for her. So she'll consider what to do here in a minute. But first, it is this guy's turn, and he's going to go 1, 2, and end up here. But he's going to roll a hide roll. And he fails it, so he is stuck in this cave, unhidden. Are there any bats going to show up? No, because all the bats are out. So done. So good to know. And now we have some fights. So first fight, we'll do the easier fight. I think it's easier. It's the ghosts. So we're all hidden. So let's keep that in mind for first thing is first. So we are hidden. Now, being hidden might not mean anything, but we're going to hide. We're ready to our weapon. We're going to play this. We're looking for a 1 or 4. And if we get a 1 or 4, then this is a winner. 1 or a 4. Oh, we don't. So he flips down there. Does he flip? Because that would be both good and bad. So he does flip. Done. Okay. So now we have this situation. 2 ghosts. We have to figure out where to put these 2 ghosts. So I say we... I say what we're going to do is we are going to... I'm going to lure with him. So he's going to lure this ghost. Done. On his own sheet. He will deploy. We will deploy here. And by deploying, that means we can put all these guys on here. One of them is the defender. That's him. And he is the attacker. We will alert our weapon, of course. And I don't think it matters in terms of what we play at the moment. So we're just going to play this. And we will play here, maybe? And we should be good to go. That should be no deaths. On this side, he cannot kill him. On this side, he's going to go first. So that's why. That's a winner, right? So up here, let's figure this out. Oops. Let's figure out where this guy ends up. 2. So he ends up flipping all the way down the bottom, which sort of stinks. But does he... Oops. Okay, stop that. Does he flip? We're looking for no flip on this one. No flip. So what happens is we're going to miss. He's going to undercut, hit the ghost for medium damage, and kill the ghost. So that is the kill of my boy there, my friend. Over here, we all have to roll. The ghost goes first. He goes and flops down to the bottom. Again, does he flip? He does, to the 4 side. So now both attacker and defender will also go. The goblin stays put. He flips down to the bottom. Does he flip? I don't know if that's important or not, but we'll see in a second. No. So these guys are going to hit each other. Fortunately, his attack is faster, so he goes first, does heavy damage to the medium ghost, and kills him. And so we score 2 and 2 points, so 4 more prowess, which isn't super important in this case because it's not enough to give us a new level. But we do score. Well, we don't score big game yet because unfortunately, I do hate the ones with. We have to go to a dwelling because we have to tell the story. Is the mental model there? So I'm going to put that here. So we have killed a medium creature, but we have scored a rescue, and that is a point on day 5. And this goes away. It's actually here. Oops. So we have scored the rescue. That is a point for the knight. That gives him 2 points. Done. And we have... now, we could return this guy, I believe, right? Yeah, you just get 10 gold, but he leaves our service. That's something to keep in mind. We did get locate the pool. And unfortunately, big game stays on our sheet, which sort of sucks. Until we get rid of it. That's a crappy one there. I have to rethink that card a little bit. But he is done. And we get him for a buddy. So we have our first friend here for the Red Knight. It's not really. We have our 4th friend. Hold on. Maybe he's our only friend. Maybe the Sword Knight doesn't like us and these rogues are just here for the money. I don't know. Having said that, so for day 5, we have to make a decision about the Enchantress too. So here's the thing. The Cloven Hoof being in this clearing means that her chance to hide is reduced. She needs to roll a 4, 3, 2, or 1 to hide. So it is likely that she will not hide. She could get out of dodge. She probably will get out of dodge. And the question is, where does she go? I think she's going to run. At the very least, she can drop the damn hoof somewhere else. And that's probably a good bet for her. The question is, which direction does she go? If she goes... And she can go any way. She can go down. She can go either way. Because she's been here for a couple days. I think she goes down. And I'll tell you what, because first off, I think she might see the need for new cards. I think Diplo Goblins is going to be rough. Now, mind you, she might. Diplo Goblins is going to become rough all of a sudden. Unless she can get to the ruin. Where's the ruin? The ruins are up here. She could run to the cavern to see if there's goblins there. But I'm just not liking her cards right now. She could head down south, drop the cloven hoof on the way, and that would allow her at least to go back into the horde. So I think she runs south. I think we're done with day 5, too. So the satyr has a bunch of crap. I feel the Eye of the Moon is sort of pointless. The Toadstool Ring is good. The Death Gloves are great. And the Cloak of Mist, also great. Garb of Speed, for this guy, great. So I think his treasures have been really, really, really good for him. There are 3 treasures left in the pool. And so the question is, do you stick with the pool? Do you just stay, again, one more day? But you are fatiguing. You're fatiguing quite a bit of crap. And what are you looking for in the pool? Are you looking for, one more whatchamacall, one more great large treasure, maybe, right? In the meantime, he still has to locate the altar. He still has to get through to the high pass. The main difficulty doing that is going to be slapping his way through the damn borderlands, because the borderlands is going to be dicey. So what I say is, we also have the wolves would be the rough one. If we got wolves, that would be a rough. I mean, we want to see the wolves. That's a bounty. But that would be a rough fight. Uh, so what we're going to do is we're going to. Oh, we have an extra hide. There you go. So that's one move. That's easy. What if we rest? Search, move, move. We'll split the difference. We're going to move into the woods today, but we will have searched at least one last time to see if we can pop anything else out of there. Right? So done. So that's his move. The Saracen. We are going to hide. We are going to search, and we're going to extra search. We would like to find the shrine for our pilgrimage. Done. This guy wants to get to a dwelling. Wants to get to a dwelling. And wouldn't mind locating the pool, with the problem that he's sort of on the wrong side of the bridge here to find the pool. So how do we get to a dwelling? How do we get to... He hates the order, so that's not a good get back to dwelling. He could run all the way back, but I don't love that. He still has to get to the. He still has to get to the house. How does he feel about the soldiers? Doesn't care. So, okay. What about one, two? This map is strangely clunky at times. Like to get to like here is rough. You have to literally slog through the worst. Getting to the pool, you could go through under the high pass and get to the pool. There's not much left at the pool, unfortunately, but it is worth a point still to find it. So we might consider that anyway. It would take us 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 days to return to 2 days to return to the inn. We just get a victory point. We just get a piece of armor. We could pick a medium weight piece of armor. You could probably sell that if you needed to. Yeah, that red knight. So, okay. Yeah, the Saracen is trying to find the shrine. The red knight, I'm not liking my cards either here. So I'm sort of in a weird way where I'm like, I don't love these cards. Fan club's fine. I don't know that I need another swordsman, but fan club is fine. I wish there was a forest linking these up. Oh, that would be interesting. It's an interesting thought for a card or two. Is find a new land, right? You can duplicate one of the tiles and put it somewhere on the edge. That'd be interesting. I wonder. Okay. Anyway, random thought. We'd be good against goblins. We'd be good against good against a lot of shit. I just don't like. I don't like the length of time, and we'd be good against the vault. But that could be a lot of trolls all of a sudden showing up because Bones is going to draw trolls, and the Vault's going to draw trolls, and Roar's going to draw trolls. You could literally get 3 trolls in there in a day. Treasure'd be good though. So I think what we are going to do is we're going to hide, move, vault, search, right? We'll try one day to search. We probably won't do that day 7. Now, mind you, yeah, so probably day 7, not cool. She also has prophecy. So her plan is to move, drop the thing, which sucks because it's a point. Then she can move back there and hide. So, all right, we're good and we're done on day 6. So let's get a monster roll for day 6. Again, figure out what that means for the Enchantress. 1, so more dragons. Red Knight is first. The red knight goes here. He is hidden or he is not hidden. He is not hidden. Do any dragons show up? I think they're all dead. Only the lair would show. So now he's going to search. He needs a 4 or a 1. And he fails, so he is done. Saracen is going to hide. So again, he fails. Searches twice. 4 or a 1. It's a 2. That's a fail. Oh, but he does get, because he was locating, so he does actually find this 5-4 passage. So that's interesting, too. So he gets Borderland 4-5 normal, and he does find the shrine in his second roll. So Pilgrim, he has the shrine, chapel, monastery, altar, scam. He's found the shrine. So that's 1 of 2. All he has to do is find 2. End of phase, in clearings containing. You do have to find the ones, though, that are findable. So he can move right now and run to the order, and he would be good to go. Is there a reason to go the other way? No, there's no reason to go the other way. He's found what he needs to find. That's the end of his day. Nothing appears there, and he is done. Our guy hides once, rests once, searches once. Hides once, fails, rests once, searches once with 1 die to loot, and he is totally going to get the 3rd treasure in the pool. Oh my lord. They always. So, hides once, rests once, searches once, flowers of rest appear, he falls right asleep, done. And that's it. And he doesn't get his moves. He doesn't get anything else. I'm gonna drop it. Am I gonna drop it? I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it. Done. And nothing appears because it's dragons. And we are done. I hate the flowers of rest, by the way. I hate them. She goes down, over. She's going to drop the cloven hoof. So that is her second move. Then she is going to, so knowing what she knows, so she moves once, moves twice. She's moved 2 times. She's going to go 3 and hide. And she succeeds. And now dragons are afoot. And because dragons are afoot, she is going to get not serpents, not more bats, just the big old dragon pops down onto her space, just like that. I'm not necessarily sure that was any better or worse. What she can do now is she will be able to pop rescue at some point and then maybe do the hide thing to hide and find that. I don't love this because now she's sort of stuck between the cloven hoof, but I don't know. I just wanted to split that stack, if that makes any sense. Oh, does smoke draw? No, smoke doesn't draw, so she is done. I think we're all done on day 6. So now it is day 7. So let's see. Does she want to try to pull rescue? Rescue. She couldn't be hidden, and she can do a discover result. That is true. I think she has to pick. I think it can't be in her hex, though. I think she has to be out of the hex. Not in your current tile, right. So she would need to be out of the current tile. So she can still prophecy. I think that matters for her. So she will hold off on that momentarily. The rest of these slugs have to decide what they're doing. So he's all rested, so that's cool. But drawing anything out of there is going to be a problem. So he's going to go 1, 2, and hide twice. So, well, extra hide. He does want to get to that spellmaster. So yeah. So free hide, 1 hide, move, move, move. Free hide, extra hide, move, move, and move to woods 4. Done. And that's what he is going to do. So we'll see if the campfire pops, and done. So that's him. The Saracen. So first thing is, what does the shrine have? Does it have a winged demon? Sucks, by the way, and 4 treasures. So I'm going to say he's good right now. He can always come back. I'm going to say he moves 1, 2. He will be unhidden. That's sort of where we're at. Now move and move into the woods. Done. So he is done. The Red Knight. Red Knight. Red Knight. A lot of chance to get those trolls. And I don't mind the trolls if... I do not mind the trolls if we wouldn't get a bunch of them, and we would get 2 sets of them if we rolled it. So I think ideally we get out of dodge for the day. Keeping in mind the ghosts are coming back. Not an issue, but the ghosts are coming back. I'm going to move to the statue. Move, statue. And search 2 times. Done. And that's his move. So we got everybody's plan here for the day. We have white magic in every clearing. We're rolling 2 dice to see what happens because it is dangerous day 7. We get 1 and 2, so it's dragons and serpents. Okay, well, so be it. So first thing, the ghosts come back. They always come back. The dragons come back. That's a little. I mean, when we say dangerous, that's a little dicey. This dragon comes off the board for now. These serpents come off the board for now. It's going to give the enchantress a little bit of thought when she does her move. The Red Knight goes 1, 2. He just moves and moves. He just plows in through. Nothing's going to appear, by the way, and he's going to roll to find the statue. Fails. Has not had a lot of luck finding stuff. No, he fails again. Nothing appears. He is done. The Saracen is going to what? Move twice. Yeah, he just moves. He moves and moves. Pulls the large campfire. And the large campfire is in 4, not... And does anything appear in the large campfire? I think it will. I think we're going to get the company. I don't know how we feel about the company. Yeah, we're fine with the company. It's a neutral. Done. We'll have to roll for them, though. The Enchantress. What? How does she want this to go down? Does she want to make all the dragons appear? Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to say no-ish. So let's say 1, 2, 3. And maybe she hides. I don't think anything else appears there. She's just got to roll off. And I think at that point, she's going to check her stuff. So I want to go 1, 2, 3. I do like her chances with the magic wand, though. So we'll have to work that. So we got to start working that. How do we work that? There's just too much stuff going on up there, I think, to make good use of that wand. We want a singular thing to deal with. So we are going to hide, and we do. Nothing appears there. She is done. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, I believe. And he's hidden twice. So he gets to hide 2 times. Fails once. Fails twice. So he is unhidden also. And that appears. I think he's done. He ends a phase at the large campfire. So he scores happy camper. So last day of the week, he gets a point on the board. So that's cool for him. I don't think we have anything else going on today. I don't think there's any fights today. 1, 2, no. So let's first off check. These guys both have to check against the company. A 6 is bad. Everything else is okay. I think he's fine. Let's check neutral. No deal. So neutral's no deal. And I think he also has to roll. Yeah, anything but a 6 is fine. And he is also fine. So both of these guys are fine with the company. She needs to determine what her cards are going to be at the end of this. I like rescue. I do. I think I'm going to dump diplomat and danger sense. Done. Let's pretend we're dumping both of these. And we're going to draw 2 quests, Dragon Slayer and Danger. Jesus. I don't know that those are better, by the way. But okay, at least she knows where to go for that. Ugh. And that's how we end our first week. So let's check. The Enchantress is down to 1 great treasure because she dropped 1. So I think our scores up in the top right there are Satyr has a point, Saracen has 4, Red Knight has 2 points, Enchantress has 1. So everybody's scoring, everybody's getting in there. The Saracen is, using his using his mobility, fighting capability, his unique weapon, and also piggybacking off of the Red Knight a little bit. Remember, he needs to get to the guard to turn in the damn wagon. So I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but we'll see in a minute. He's on his way, so that's good. The Red Knight, 1 point of card, 1 point of prowess, all very good. Both the Enchantress and the Saracen have a great treasure. The Enchantress has the magic wand, so we need to use that for summoning because that's going to really, really go. Because it means we can just pop the red die however we want. In that case, it's a 6, but we could roll that and go, hey, it's a 2, so bam, and we pick the red die. We'll make it a 1. So now she gets to choose everything on that card but for the double 1. So very powerful. It's almost like rolling 1 die on the summoning chart, effectively. So I think that's it. I think we're good. So we are going to call it here. And we will see you again soon. We'll post this. We will see you again very soon. And we'll keep this going. Let me save this game while I'm here. We'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.